Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and today we're going to be playing Monster World 4. We're playing this on the Genesis Mini, however, it originally came out for the Sega Mega Drive, exclusively in Japan. It did not come out in North America. Let's skip ahead a little bit here for a little introduction. History repeats itself. People perish and kingdoms fall, while much is lost to the sands of time. The bits of tales that endure shall become legends. As I reflect upon what transpired, it was as told in ancient legend. They came from the very ends of the sky to plunder this land. When the spirits had lost their power, and the darkness was about to consume us, I met a hero, seemingly no more than a little girl. For April 13th. We're going to be introduced to the big bad of this game. Coincidentally enough, also the big bad from the previous game. At the end it did say it was to be continued. Here's the continuation. Are the spirits sealed? Yes, my lord. Now monsters throughout the land will run amok. And my minions? They have already slipped into the city. So far, so good. And with that, we'll just go ahead and start a new game. Someone! Help us! Stop disaster! Before it spreads! And here we are, introduced to our hero, our protagonist, Wonder Girl, aka Asha, with green hair. Estefan Village. Asha, what are you doing out here? What? You sense that someone needs your help? Ha ha ha! Already pretending to be a warrior, I see. Well, let's head back. Everyone's waiting. And now we're finally able to control Asha. If we were to jump off to the left there, we would fall off the edge of the world and lose a heart, so we're not going to do that. I wonder why they even put it there, to be honest. Sob sniffle. I was afraid this day would come. No mother desires such a life for her daughter. For the way of the warrior is perilous. Sob sniffle. Take this medicine. Use it when your life is in danger. Understand? That is all I can do for you, Asha. Please, return to me safe and sound. Sob sniffle. So we're going to receive a very important item, healing medicine. Later on when we get Pepe do Goo, we will be able to use that automatically. If all of our hearts run out, it will replenish some energy. However, right now we don't have Pepe do Goo, so we have to use it manually from the item screen, which I will highlight momentarily. Asha, take care of yourself. Evil monsters have been multiplying of late. I'm afraid it can't do much, but take this. This item is known as a life drop. Collect 10 to raise your max life by 1. Please be careful. Another very important item of this game, the life drop. These are hidden throughout Monster World, and you're supposed to find them. One of the reasons why I had delayed playing this so long, or at least let's playing it, is because I'm not sure I'll be able to find all of them. Courage Crystal obtained. What I decided to do was play the game off camera, see if I can find all of the life drops, and then record myself playing and just retrace my steps. And hopefully that way I'll get 100% of the life drops. I have been able to get all of them before using a walkthrough. You're finally going to the Tower of Silence, right? No. Hahaha, I know you're going. Never give up, no matter what happens. Yes! Good luck, Asha. If anyone could do it, surely it's you. And we have these strange creatures who are maybe cows, maybe not. And all they say is munch munch. And you don't encounter them ever again in the game, it seems. When you want to heal your wounded body, offer a prayer to the sacred statue. You are sure to be blessed by the gods. Yes, if you ever need full health, you find one of these. Asha offers a prayer to the gods. There we go. When you want to climb a rope quickly, tap the up button twice in rapid succession. You can slide down by holding the B button. In other words, press up very quickly over and over again and you'll climb quickly. Hold B, you'll slide down. Of course, you can just jump off the rope. And this is normal speed climbing up, so it's definitely a good idea to climb faster. The Tower of Silence lies beyond the forest. I heard the wind is dead near the tower, whatever that means. I did make myself a walkthrough for this game, but I didn't format it very well, so it actually ended up being difficult to read. So I won't be using it. Don't give up. Hang in there. I'll miss you. Take care. The time has come. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to save so that we can give slightly different answers and see what the outcome is. No, I'm not ready. Don't lose hope. Believe in yourself. Oh, and by the way, do you have the courage crystal? Nope. It's not nice to lie. I know you have it. Go now. Test your ability in the tower. Good luck. Alright. What are you waiting for? Hurry up, go! Alright, so let's load this back up and answer yes. Good. That's my girl. Yeah, oh, by the way, yes, I have the courage crystal. You can't enter the tower without it. Go now, test your ability in the tower. Good luck. Come back in one piece. We'll look after your mom while you're away. Bring me something good. Keep in mind that you might want to note details about the game while you're playing. Press right or left twice to run. Yes, like this, like that. It's actually more tap, tap, hold. You can't let go of the controller, otherwise you'll stop running. So yes, later on in the game there's going to be a character that will ask you questions based on things that happened. So it's a good idea to pay attention to things that go on, things that people say, how much items are, things like that. Ho ho ho! I'm the world famous Sage of Save! What? Never heard of me? Ho ho ho! Well, you're still green, young warrior. We shall meet many times before this tale ends. The pleasure's all mine. By the way, you won't find the tower until the crystal is used in the right place. Keep that in mind. Oh, and by the way, want to save? We're going to say no. Okay, but I hope you don't regret this later, and the reason why we're saying no is... well, I'm not going to tell you until the next video, so stay tuned. While jumping, you can stab upward or downward. This is very useful. You can do that. I like games where there's a down thrust like that. It's pretty neat. And then up thrust like so. Our regular attack. And if we want to use our shield, we hold down. And that's also very useful. Get some very easy enemies. So I wanted to tell a little story about how I was introduced to Monster World 4 and some other various details about that. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Monster World 4 came out in Japan and was not released in North America, although I did hear about it. I did frequent video game shops that had imported games from Japan, so I knew that there were regional differences. I knew that some games were exclusive to North America, some were exclusive to Japan, and some came out in both regions. However, this game, I never did see it for sale anywhere, but I always wanted it. And at that time the internet did not exist, so you couldn't really find any information about it. Many years later, when the internet became a thing, I became a member of some forum that I can't remember the name of, where people were talking about Wonder Boy. And I brought up Monster World 4. By the way, there's an extra heart. And of course I had not played Monster World 4, but I talked about information that I had found on the internet. And keep in mind, at that time it wasn't very easy to find information on the internet because it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. And I distinctly remember some person coming on to the forum and asking me if I'd ever played it, and I said no, I hadn't played it. And they got upset with me because they seemed to think that I had played it. I never claimed that I had played it. I just provided what information I could find. So I thought that was very weird. Then many years later after that, I had the opportunity to go to Japan for reasons. And while I was there, I asked the person that I was with if they could search for Monster World 4 in a Japanese video game shop. And they agreed to do that, and we found a place where they sold it, and I believe it was 80,000 yen, which is about $80. And so I didn't have that much at the time, but I convinced them to help me out to buy it. And I was like, oh please, I always wanted this game. I've never had a chance to play it. And I'd really like it. When will I have this opportunity again? Press down and C to jump off platforms. Yes, you can do that. Like so. So they bought it for me, and fortunately it arrived before we left Japan. And I couldn't play it until I got back home because I didn't have my Genesis with me, so I popped it in my Genesis. And before this, I had played many Japanese games on my Sega Genesis. I had modified it to play Japanese games, and that basically meant you just remove some pieces of plastic, and that gave you room to put the cartridges in. And I plugged it in and it didn't work. It was region locked. It was the first and only game that I'd seen that was region locked. And I shall use the Courage Crystal. Yes, Courage Crystal is not used automatically. Items, you have to actually select them. So there's Asha's Sword, Plain Shield, Traveler's Armor, There's the healing medicine. You can only carry one healing medicine at a time, so if you do find it located in chests, you just gotta keep in mind where they're located if you ever need to go back and get them, because they will stay there. You don't like find them and throw them away like in some games. Also, I'm not sure if you can backtrack in this game, but more about that in a second. So I tried to use the Game Genie to see if that would bypass the region lock. Tower of Silence unfortunately didn't work, which is a little surprising. So one of that person's friends was going to Japan also. This tower tests your strength as a warrior. Make use of the skills you've learned so far. But first, want to save? Still no. So that person bought a Sega Mega Drive, brought it back. I played the game and I was a little surprised because it was a lot different from the previous Monster World / Wonder Boy games. The game is very linear, and I'm not sure if you can backtrack. I'm going to test that later in this Let's Play, see if you can backtrack. But pretty much once you go to an area, you can just assume that you're not going to be able to return to that area. So you have to get everything while you're there. So if you miss a life drop, you might not have another opportunity to get it. What I did like about it is I liked the sort of Arabian theme that they had going on. I liked the sprite work and graphics. They're really fun. And the characters. Asha's little buddy Pepe the Goo is probably my favorite character buddy that you get in the Monster World / Wonder Boy series. Pepe the Goo is very cute and helpful. And there's stuff that happens later that is genuinely engaging. I'll just leave it vague like that with Pepe the Goo. One thing about this version compared to, say, the newer one, this game was remade with more modern graphics, is that the life drops, I think, are in different locations and you might have a different amount of them. And in the new game, it'll tell you if you found all of the life drops. However, in this game, it does not tell you. That's why it's easy to overlook them. And I will be Let's Playing the newer version as well. I have been able to get 100% on that. It's slightly easier to get 100%, but still fairly challenging. Oh, the music in this game is also very good. I like the music. One weird thing though is at the end of the game, it doesn't play the final dungeon music that it usually plays. And I found that a bit unusual. I'm not sure why they didn't go with that. It seemed to be a theme of this series that they would often reuse that music so that you knew that you were getting towards the end. This game's very linear and the bosses are pretty easy usually. You can learn their patterns and defeat them without too much of a fuss. Not to say that there isn't any challenge whatsoever, but compared to previous games, they're easier. Overall, I would say this game is not quite as challenging. Oh, wait. I always do this. I gotta go in here first. Because there's a block there on the upper right-hand side there by the chest. And that will go away once we defeat this enemy. And we want that removed, because we're going to be going there. And in this chest is the all-important key. Again, keys are not used automatically. You have to go into the item menu to use them. That's the only way they work. One thing I would really like to see, and I probably mentioned this before, is I'd like to see a more modern take on Monster World game. And I know there's Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. I think that's the name. I'm pretty sure I Let's Played it for a little bit until I became disillusioned with the game. But what I mean by... Sorry, I gotta go in here and get this heart for no reason. I didn't need it, but I wanted to show that it's there. What I mean by more modern game is, say, like 3D open world type situation. If I have to reference another game to give you an idea of what it would be like, say Ocarina of Time, that sort of deal. And when I was younger, I thought of a neat idea for that. And in my concept of the game, you would start in a leaf skirt and have hatchets that you're throwing, like in the original Wonder Boy. Gold bar! You find gold bars all over, and you will sell them later. And so you want to keep those, sell them for the most value you can. So throughout the game, you would basically evolve from throwing hatchets and having a grass skirt to getting shield and sword and stuff like that. And of course eventually facing the Mecha Dragon, and maybe eventually the boss of this game, the alien one-eyed creature. Now keep in mind that I'm aware that this, what I've just described, is very similar to what happened in one of the Adventure Island games. I'm not sure which one exactly. Oh, now I'm gonna have to go back for that. That's okay, it's not too far away, and I get some more gold. So yeah, one of the Adventure Islands did it with the progression from hatchet throwing to swords and shields and stuff like that. I've never actually played it, maybe I will. And I definitely was not aware of it at that time. I'm not even sure if it existed, because I believe it's a Super Nintendo game, I want to say. And at the time that I thought of the concept I'm mentioning, Super Nintendo did not exist. Yes, imagine a world where the internet did not exist and Super Nintendo did not exist. It's a crazy, crazy world. which reminds me of something that happened very recently. I was talking to my niece, and we were talking about Ghostbusters, and I told her it came out in 1984. She's like, wow, that's so old. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And she said something to the effect of, I don't think cars were around at that time. I'm like, yes, cars were definitely around at that time. And I looked it up, and they've been around since 1886. Yeah, crazy. By the way, for the thing that we're going to do that will be revealed in the next video, do not buy anything from this vending machine. However, if you need more hearts, that's where you're going to get them. Yeah, it wasn't until 1910 that cars were mass-produced, as in like the Model T. But yeah, they were invented in 1886. I'm not sure if invented is the right word. Maybe first manufactured is more correct. Yeah, by the way, this boss is super easy, as you can see. And what's interesting about this game is you don't always get hurt by touching the enemies. Sometimes you'll just bounce off of them. Magic lamp obtained. Now we're getting into the Aladdin part of this game. So let's go ahead and use the magic lamp. And we can have a little bit of fun with this. This is going to take a little while, a little bit of a detour, but I think it's a little funny. Bam, bada bam, bada 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 bam! Congratulations on obtaining the lamp. By doing so, you just acquired a testament to your status as a warrior. Go to the royal palace of Rapadagna. I hate this word. Rapadagna with it. Then you will be accepted as a warrior, and perhaps admired by people the world over. Also, for now at least, I will serve you, my new master. I just figured I'd let you know that, just in case. Call me if you want to go back to Rapadagna during your adventure. That's a difficult word to say, so I might just say Hubtown. I will take you there if I'm in a good mood. That is what I can do for you. That's it, you got that? I'm going to say no. Listen carefully. I'll repeat what I said once again. Bam, bada bada bam, and so on. Let this go by. He says exactly the same thing. So we're going to troll the game here, and we will see that the game will troll us right back. It seems that you're insulting me. Alright then, I can fight fire with fire. Let me repeat myself, so listen carefully. Bam, bada bam, bada 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 bam, bada bam bam, bada bada, bam, bada bam, bada bam, bada bam, bada bada. And he just keeps going. When will he stop? I don't know. Maybe never. Maybe this is the rest of the game. This is your game now. You're soft-locked. No, I'm kidding. You're not soft-locked. He just keeps going and going. Whew! And now he just says the same thing. And this time we will say yes. Yes. Then let's head over to Hubtown now. Are you ready to go? Well, nope. Already feeling homesick, eh? Are you sure you're up to this task? Well, come on, let's go. No. Such behavior, I can be likened to a dog in the manger. Let's go, time's a-wasting. No. This is the last time I'm going to ask. Are you going? No. I don't care anymore. Do whatever you want. Now, I have a bit of a Mandela effect here. I could have swore that if you answered no enough times, he would reset the game and you'd have to do it all over again. But it seems that that's not the case, which I guess is good. So we'll skip through this and get right to when I say yes. Did you finally decide to go? Yes. You should have been amiable to begin with. Okay, here we go! Rapadagna City, aka Hubtown. Better get used to this area because you're going to be returning to it often. And that's it for this video. We'll pick up next time in Rapadagna Hubtown. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a Yesterday's Moose production, and I'll see you next time.